Costa looks like a bodybuilder and trains 3-4 hours a day at least. Come on, power love. Well, look, if you're training 3 to 4 hours a day in bodybuilding, it makes sense you look like a bodybuilder. If you're training in MMA, if you're running and punching and kicking and you're wrestling hours on end, you're usually not going to be overly muscular. Okay. Now you can be MMA and muscular, but not overly muscular like that. You're right. He does look like a bodybuilder, which would be very hard to do. What are your thoughts on karate forms, on kata forms in traditional martial arts, taekwondo and karate? Thank you so much. That's from Ellie Wapner. And Ellie Wapner says, us. You know what? I'm not a big believer in that. Like, I think you just should shadow box. Why would you want to order in a specific sequence your shadow boxing? It's just basically shadow boxing. I think shadow boxing is great, but why would you want to make it in a particular order? You know, it doesn't make sense to me. So I never seen a fighter do a lot of forms and get really good. It's always like, you know, they were doing forms when they were a kid and then they converted to kickboxing, Muay Thai, karate, karate kickboxing sport, the sport of karate and kickboxing. I think forms is good for younger kids just to get them in order, to get them disciplined. It would be hard to teach kids shadow boxing as a group, so let's shadow box together. It does make sense in certain instances, but if you're a professional fighter, would I make you do katas? No. So on a professional level, I would say no. At a beginner level, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it can make sense. Be sure to check out my instructional on the dynamic butterfly guard. In this instructional, I review how to recognize the positive and negative side, which is the initial side you always want to sweep on, common counters to your opponent's reactions, to common reactions you'll see when you use these butterfly guard attacks. I also show in this video how to use the power slide and power stack to generate a tremendous amount of force to launch your opponent in the air when you are in the butterfly guard. I also cover very key important follow-up guards that connect very well with the butterfly guard. Make sure to pick up this DVD if you want to increase your bottom game. The butterfly guard is a key ingredient to a bottom game player, and make sure you tune in and check it out.